First of all, thank you. These 20 minutes out of your lives that you've chosen to give me to listen to me, this means a lot. To be on this stage means a lot, so going to our first slide, we know what the topic is: beauty. So we are allowed to talk about beauty, but we are not allowed to talk about beautification. Sometimes I wonder, do I know anybody who would not like to look more prettier than they are, more beautiful than they are? Well, I keep wondering. Everybody wants to look more beautiful. Everybody wants to be a better version of themselves and be the best. Honoring the theme today, rewind. Let's go back in history and see how beautification was looked upon back in time. Sola Shringar, something that has been around us for thousands of years, inherited by goddesses, brides, to do what? To enhance our features. Wondering what these two Egyptian women are doing, well, they realized 5,000 years ago that lips are truly a prominent feature of your face. Lipsticks were invented 5,000 years ago. We may think that makeup is a recent invention, but no, it has been there for the last 5,000 years. Back in time, they would use fruits, clays, sometimes even grind gemstones in order to collect glitter and put it on their face. So you can imagine glitter, contouring has been there for almost 5,000 years. Even the sculptor, when he sculpted, put the color red on the muse. Women wore kajal to oppose the whites of their eyes, to draw more attention. People beautified their faces in this way when we talk about the tribes. So if we take this example, for the last 5,000 years, we've been trying to be better versions of ourselves, to look better, to be better, to beautify ourselves. So we have history, and then we have these numbers that states that it's a $130 billion industry. Wow, I almost lost the count. So $130 billion industry and a history of 5,000 years shows how important it is to beautify ourselves. But today I'm not here to talk about whether it's important or it's not. Because there is a certain trend that is now going on due to social media and the power that we have got to decide what others can do. So eminent personalities, magazine covers, celebrities are now trying to promote something called raw beauty, natural beauty. Don't enhance your features. Don't use a lot of makeup. Don't do anything to your face. Don't do anything to your bodies. Magazine covers, celebrities, my contemporaries, a lot of people that I know on various platforms worldwide, they've spoken that do not get, don't get carried away by seeing a magazine cover. Then why do they exist? Why do we have a magazine cover? Why do we have a magazine selling number of pages of brands inside? Because that has been the demand of the human being literally in the surroundings. We always wanted to be better, and so we evolved. We invented newer things. So a huge industry, a history, and now this entire fad about a group of people telling us that it's okay not to enhance yourselves. It's absolutely fine to be who you are. Embrace yourselves. But from a comparatively average appearance, when a woman is looking at that magazine, is truly feeling from inside that, hey, I wish I looked like that. I wish I had that skin. I wish I had that structure. And we would be lying if we picked up a magazine and we didn't want to be a part of it. We all wanted to be on the magazine someday for various reasons, for different reasons. But yeah, it's the magazine today telling us what we must do. For thousands of years, they have told us what to do, so they will tell us today what to do. But the idea is not listening to them. Why? Because beauty has no rules. It's a creative field. And beauty has no limitations. Beauty has dimensions. Creativity has no limitations. Creativity has dimensions. So I wonder that all of those people who are today trying to educate the younger women to believe in raw beauty, it's wonderful, it's a good thought. Raw beauty should be exactly relatable to inner beauty. And I understand that we must work on our inner beauty. That makes us a better human being. But what does it have to do with how we look on the outside? How we present ourselves, how we decorate ourselves? So coming back to a campaign that a profound big magazine, a profound actor is promoting, and a very big brand is promoting, and the campaign is that you shouldn't distort your face. Well, I get that. Okay, we shouldn't. But then there were thousands of other copies sold before this campaign that said, look at that. That's how a woman should look. Perfect. Sharp eyes, beautiful hair. And then we opened that magazine, and then there were ways through various brands that we could have looked like them possibly. So after selling this idea for so many years, when that magazine is going to complete that current issue of the month and go on to the next issue, is not going to follow these guidelines that they've given to the women in that month, I feel the entire campaign is lost. The face on the magazine that promotes this campaign will somewhere lose the meaning of this campaign in order to complete her work or another project. So I feel the campaign has lost its meaning all over again. And the brand that is supporting this campaign or various other campaigns are the brands that are chemically infused, that promotes smooth hair, smooth skin, and everything that's supposed to beautify different parts of our body. So I believe that the campaign, yet again, lost its meaning. Coming to sculptors, back in time again, rewinding. When we look at this image, we want to see it's perfect. There are various other beautiful paintings that are now in museums because we admire them so much. Do you know why are they so special? Why are they so beautiful? Why are they so perfect? Because that sculptor, that painter, painted his deepest desire, sculpted his deepest passion, came out with something that was so universal, said a universal story that related to everybody, and now we admire it, that it's so perfect, so beautiful. Poets, when wrote their poems, authors, when they wrote their sonnets, their muse was a perfect hourglass-shaped body, moon-shaped breasts, sharp eyes, beautifully drawn eyebrows, and adorned with jewelry. The idea of perfection existed for everybody who created. And we are creators for our own lives. We create with our body, with our minds, with the things we do, with the lives we live. So why am I saying all this? Why am I showing you a sculptor's perfect sculpt? Why am I talking about a painter's perfect paint? Is because in today's time when science is advanced, there's technology. Back in time, people used paints. Now people use fillers. In those days, they grinded gemstones. Now we grind almost everything to look beautiful. That's fine. Everybody is allowed to do what they want, what they like, what they wish. Because what I have learned is you cannot take somebody's imagination of themselves away from them. Can you? I don't think so. I wouldn't like somebody taking my imagination away from me. That's how important it is to us, because that's the only thing that is in our control to create, is our own imagination. Nagin 2 star Aashka Goradia has the perfect response to a lip job rumor. Lips, mine. Face, mine. Doctor, mine. Reminding you that the doctor has pledged and taken an oath that he can't discuss one patient to the another, but my fellow people who have the power of pen, the power to write things. Right, Aashka Goradia has perfect response to her lip job rumor. So you're making a lot of things apparent in your title. Then and now. Forget about actors, forget about people who enhance. If I were to pick up one of you, paint your face, and then do a before and after, I tell you, you will look spectacularly different. That's how images work, that's how makeup works, that's what exactly it does. It changes you and enhances you, makes you a better version of you, and even if it changes you, it makes you somebody that you will still relate to yourself. I'm not sure if you can read what I said, but I said that, and again, I wasn't asked about my lips on over a phone call where I could have felt comfortable talking about, or in privacy, because you're talking about a part of my body in no privacy in a press conference by a woman journalist who walks up to me and says, "So hey Aashka, what have you done to your lips? What's gone in there?" I'm sorry that people today have gathered courage to try to shame people on their faces. And the reason I'm sharing my story with you guys today is because there are a lot of contemporaries from my industry, my friends, young girls I know, who write to me asking various kind of beauty tips, not life tips, beauty tips. This then, yes, I think I had pretty decent lips even before. Then why did I do that? Because I wanted it. I wish I could give you a story that if I have fuller lips, I'll get a better role. If I have fuller lips, I will always look nicer than the other person. No. I'm the sculptor of my body. I'm the painter of my body. I choose to paint and sculpt whatever I like of my body. But something that was practiced thousands of years ago is shamed today. If you enhanced, if you were grinding gemstones and putting glitter on your lips, was creativity and invention 5,000 years ago. It was celebrated. Women did it together. Today, women don't do it together. Today, there is a competition. There's a competition of I am raw, I am natural, and I am mightier than you because I don't use cosmetics. I don't feel there is a need to enhance my feature because I have complete self-worth. Where is the question of self-worth? There is no question of self-worth. It's my face that I thought that if I sculpt better, might look better. And if you were to ask me, are you happy with your sculpt, I'll say yes, I am. Because it's my sculpt. So I'm happy with it. So it says that Aashka lashed out at journalists. Now see how things unfold. A private question that you shouldn't be even asking me because there is no relationship. But now that I'm a public figure, I have let my life be on a platform where you can turn around and ask anything. So you ask me a private question publicly, and then I lash out at you. This is how things unfold, ladies and gentlemen. I lash out at the journalist saying, tell me in what capacity can you ask me a question like that? Because I felt that in that moment, when such a private question was asked to me so publicly, I was not obliged to answer. Not obliged to answer media, my friends, journalists, or my fans. She calmed down later. She calmed down later. I mean, really, if I come to one of you and tell you, hey, what have you done to your face? What have you been eating? You look so fat. You'd be offended. You'll feel bad. If you are intimidated by me, you might not say anything to me, but if you're not, you'll turn around and tell me, excuse me. So she calmed down later and finally replied, as long as lip job is concerned, if I ever need to do it, I will not shy away because I will pay for it. And today I use this platform to say, yes, I did not shy away from enhancing a feature of my face, but I was shamed for it. And in fear of being shamed of something that was my choice and my decision, almost made me respond to that woman saying, no. Whereas I should have said yes, but no, because it wasn't asked nicely. And a lot of people might feel this is entertainment. But ladies and gentlemen, I look at this as a big time body shaming. If you can't call a fat girl fat, a short girl short, a bald man bald, then you cannot shame somebody for their choices. Aashka Goradia is a household name for all the roles she played on TV. Thank you for that compliment. There have been rampant reports of her going under the knife. Now, how we all love to read sensations. And that's how people who work behind and have this power of pen, how they sensationalize things. Going under the knife. I beg your pardon. I wish nobody has to go under the knife because that's needed in some serious, serious times. So, no. Half research. Conveniently jumping the gun. Not giving the audiences, masses, and young girls what they really need to know, but giving them a complete story that comes from a desk of unawareness. Only a pen and a desk will write something like this when they don't have enough time to research about their stories. So, no, going under the knife is massive. And that I didn't do, ladies and gentlemen, but see how they sensationalize things. The speculation seems to be on the point. Her lips are fuller, the cheekbones look higher, and her smile too looks plastic. So not only you are body shaming me for something that I've done, but you're also passing a judgment on how I look. And that's supposed to make me feel good, and that's supposed to kick and boost up my confidence. Not only me, but I'm talking on behalf of all those contemporaries in my industry, and all those women who are not in my industry and who choose to look better and take various ways to look better. And I'm not promoting things that need to be done. I'm promoting the idea of how one can stop body shaming people for their choices. Well, I had recently gotten engaged. That's not a point that I want to read, but my husband's here. And he's a very big reason why I came out in open. And I've been meaning to talk about this for the last 1.5 years. Because when he moved to India, he read these articles. And then he asked me that, what's going on? I said, nothing. I haven't done anything. Because he was new in my life. I didn't want him to judge me. I didn't want him to think that if I had fillers in my face, I'm a fake person. Because it's pretty easily understood that If you're going to bake your face with makeup, you are instantly going to be somebody who's fake in plastic. He said, well, I'm from Vegas, so you can't tell me what you have and haven't done on your face. I know. But what I want you to know is there's nothing to fear or shame yourself about or your decision about. He helped me to be honest, to accept the fact that it's okay to beautify my face, because that will not change the person I am inside. So thank you, Brent, for that. This is just about me, because I can take my example and I can talk to you guys about how I feel. Other people have a right to tell me how I look. And not only that, it doesn't end there. When they post these articles, they also ask social media users to comment, to leave what they think below that article or the video. So you're not only shaming me by all your means, but you're also asking people to shame me, and you're asking people to write, plastic face? Oh, she looks like a duck now. Really? How should this make a woman feel about herself? There is no question of self-worth when she's going for such enhancements, or when she's going to change her looks, or when she's using makeup, or doing anything to make herself look more beautiful. There is no question of self-worth. But when these things happen, then there is a question of self-worth. But pretty thick-skinned. It is in effect now, because if a painter and a sculptor started to think what the world might think about the creation that he is about to make, then he would have never made that. So, my point today, for going back in history and then coming back to me, beautification, from gemstones grinding to cosmetic surgery, my point today is that let's stop this entire fad about raw beauty. Just like how feminism is forced upon us, nepotism is forced upon us. Let's not tell people, let's not have people tell us what should be the rules of beauty. Let's not have them take the control and power once again to tell us how we should look, what we should do. So you can't ask a woman in today's time what's her age, but you can definitely ask her what's in her face. That's the power people have. And not only over social media, but in person. People can do that to your face. My neighbor did it to me. In a lift full of people, he goes like, I think whatever you've done on your face is not looking nice on you. It took me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. And I didn't have to prepare, but something inside of me just came out and said, Sir, you're having a bald patch, and I think you must consider weaving some hair on it. It wasn't important to give an answer like that, but it was important for other people standing in that lift to know that you can't do this. You can't shame women just because they have made different choices. I've had friends whose social media posts that I read, no filter, sunlit, natural, real, raw. It's beautiful that you guys are so beautiful. It's amazing that you have a smooth skin and you don't need a filter. But what about that girl who has a big pimple that just came out a day before she was going out with her friends? All her friends are looking smooth and lovely, but that one pimple on her face is going to make her feel miserable. So she's supposed to follow the raw, natural beauty fad that we are forcing on them, that we are taking on magazine covers. 16 years in this industry, 22 shows, 5,000 episodes of telecast on this face. Just by assuming that I shouldn't have invested in my grooming, just by assuming that I should stay the way I am, raw, natural beauty, I don't think I would have been able to entertain so many people and keep them engaged in watching me today, or be even here with you guys today. So if you want to wake up, look into the mirror and feel that there's something you need to do because that's going to make you feel better, then go out and do it. Because there should be no one to judge you. There should be no one to tell you what you should do. And make that happen today when you're breathing, because we can get sometimes so bad. To give you a recent example, a legend left this planet. And by all means, media and a lot of other people and fans wrote, too many surgeries, cause of death. Too much dieting, cause of death. What about the mental stress? What about the stress when you write these things? Take the liberty of writing anything about people's appearances and tell them on social media, on their faces, via media, via gossips. So today, all these articles that I showed you were checked, and you may go ahead and Google some more. There's one thing that you'll find in common, that all these articles have been done by women. So the pretentious feminism that we say, we'll not talk about it today. 18 minutes wouldn't be enough. All these articles have been done by other women. So I ask, which feminism are we talking about? Why are we trying to pull our fellow women down? Why are we rating people as fake, as real, as per the choices that they make, as the clothes that they wear, as the makeup that they use? Don't even think about wearing a red lipstick, because that will be the color of feminist. You're a feminist. Or I don't want to use the adjective, very common adjective that could be given to you, that you are, oh my God, she's wearing a red color. That's how judgmental we have become. That's how mean we have become to people who make rather different choices than we do. So I use this platform, I use this stage to send out this very little message that it's amazing that there are so many campaigns and so many people and wonderful messages out there to look inside, to embrace that the way we are. It's beautiful to embrace yourself, and only if you embrace yourself will you want to invest in yourself. So thank you for listening to me, ladies and gentlemen. This was my only message today, that be beautiful and respect people, accept people fully. Thank you.